Bitches, what's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
What's up? What's up? Good morning. How is everybody doing today? What is going on? We got in the house, MP in the house. Good morning, sir. Bukes, what's up? What's up? Good morning. How are you doing? I can't believe Bukes. I'm trying to get like the actual count. Let's see. Let's search up Bukes on X. Um, where is it at? 184 days of asking Brunt Workwear to sponsor my three-person service team. Is it still not even a single response like DM anything from the company? I like it. I like that you're still doing it. I think it's funny that they're not responding. I put it towards like Ryan Holiday's team as well. So ever since I've gotten into stoicism, I've sent a couple of random messages, either via email or Instagram or X, to either Ryan Holiday or the Daily Dad or the Daily Stoic, and like you don't get any responses back. Like you don't get anything whatsoever. It's such a difference when you compare it to V Friends and Gary V. Like that's probably the biggest thing I would notice. Double down GMs. What's up, Oz? Good morning. And what is going on, David? Ditto. Read that camera way too fast. So yeah, keep it up, Ukes. Maybe one day. Have you tried other platforms? Oh, look at this. I've had conversations on Facebook, but worth a crap. Oh, sorry, dude. Maybe you need to pick another workwear company, or is this like a brand that you have found and wear personally and like their stuff? What's up, Jay? Good morning, Jay. How you doing? Um, I completely missed all the events and live streams from National, but man, it looked like you guys had a lot of fun. Like it really did. I loved that Chels was there and that you guys let her rip a box. That was super cool. And hitting a cat, that moment looked amazing. I'm really just waiting for the recaps because, as you know, I go to sleep way too early. So when you guys do the shenanigans late at night for me, I just can't watch. Gary was there. It just looked really, really a lot of fun. You guys really made me rethink not going to national again. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys had a great time, Jay. It looked like uh, just an amazing time. Lots of people. So many people were there. That looked the photo of like the big group, um, zooming in on all the faces and like kind of finding everybody. It was really cool. It was really cool. I'm sure you had a blast. I'm sure you're hungover and you're not wanting to work right now. But thanks for saying hi. At the very least, thanks for saying hi. Good morning, people. What are we up to? It's Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday. It was the best. Nice. I woke up this morning and went to bed last night thinking that I had already cashed out a Tuesday and Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I got excited to end my work week because I am ending my work week on Wednesday this week. It is my kids' first day of school on Thursday for my younger kids. I cannot believe summer is already over for us. I know it's not over for all of you guys, but essentially, because schools in our area or anywhere can't get their shit straight, Bailey's first day of school is actually tomorrow, but I'm not taking tomorrow off. Sorry, Bailey. You're in high school. You don't even care about dad dropping you off. But we are taking Thursday off for the little kids' first day of school. So Brooklyn's first day of eighth grade, Bentley's first day of second grade, and it'll be Brooklyn or Bailey, whatever that girl's name is, Bailey's first day of senior year of high school. So September 12th is the first day. Wow. That is a whole month and a week away. You still got so much time at that beach. Good for you. Um, But yeah, that's last week of summer camp, but school doesn't start for another week. Okay. All right. So you're closer to my schedule. So yeah, that's gonna be fun this week where I'm taking the day off. All the dads are taking the day off so that as parents, as a parent group, we are gonna hit some brunch and some mimosas right after drop off and just celebrate that we survived the summer with our kids. That another summer has passed and we did not drop them off at the fire station. Just kidding. Of course. We're just kidding. Love those little kids. We're going to miss them. We're all going to cry because we just don't have our kids anymore. They're back in school. They're under someone else's care. They are going to start their routines again and it is going to be a rough couple of weeks. Bailey was talking the other day about being the last day that she gets to sleep in and how she's going to set an alarm so that she can get back on the 6 a.m. wake up club versus whatever she's been in lately. Yeah, you only get 18 summers, sometimes 19, sometimes like you can get like 24 or 25 if they just never leave, you know, is what it is. Keep them close. I think, Bukes, you got like a 24-year-old, right? I think, I'm not mistaken. So, and sometimes they leave earlier. But yeah, you gotta cherish those little things while you can. So big week for us. Last year of high school is crazy. And then Bailey has her driver's test today. So this week for Bailey, it really hinges on this thing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the difference? This is what I was imagining as I was writing my notes for the day. Imagine the difference in Wednesday for this girl. Today, there's two scenarios. Today, she passes her test, and tomorrow, she goes to school, finally a licensed driver after like just having so much anxiety and all the failures of the past. But she goes to school a licensed driver. First day of school, senior year, her Letterman jacket just patched up like a mofo from all the accomplishments. She got a tattoo. So she loves showing that thing off. She's gonna have such a fun year showing that thing off. And a licensed driver. That's one scenario. Second scenario is she just fails. And I I'm going to try hard not to push that into her brain, although I'm not going to see her today. By the time I see her, she'll either be one of these two scenarios will have played out. But she fails, and then she just goes to school. Still has the Letterman jacket, still has the tattoo, still her senior year. She's still 18, all those kind of things. She had a really good summer. So I'm hoping that all that stuff weighs on her a lot more than just failing the test. My wife and I were talking a little bit about it. It seems more than likely that she is going to fail the test. She is had some like hiccups in her practice lessons that have been the kind of hiccups that are instant fails. Uh, she's she's been driving different cars. Like I think she's driven the most in my car, and my car is it's just too easy of a car to drive. Like it's a perfect car for a first time driver because it's very safe. It's very informative of what's going on with your speed, your red lights, all that stuff. It actually has a parental control mode where it like audibly makes noise when they go over the speed limit or when they do something that they're not supposed to. Like, so, I didn't know that until last week, but so I was supposed to come home early today and take her to the lesson in my car, but then we found out what the DMV requires you to do to a Tesla. It doesn't seem like you can do to Teslas anymore. So she's borrowing grandpa's car. She drove that yesterday. It was a little weird for her. It's just, every car is different. So is what it is. I will send her a message being as what am I looking for? It's literally the page of the day. What were just the words trying to elevate her and lift her up as much as possible? My dad made me take the test in a 1990 Caprice Classic station wagon. Okay. Nice. What's up, Scuba Steve? Long time. Were you at National? I didn't see you at National. Um, damn. Yeah, that's a ride. Everybody else dropped the car. You took the test in. What was mine? I think mine was like a 1990 Nissan Maxima, like a pretty normal size car. Yeah, 18-foot long car. That noise. Yeah, that's something else, you know? But yeah, my first car was a Honda Prelude 85 stick shift. So that was the first car, but I did not take the driver's test in that. Stick shift would have been another world to take a driver's test in. But yeah, so pretty much pretty solid day yesterday. Work was easy. I had a late meeting with a client. It went well. We kind of finally got past this hurdle of the roof. So I hopefully think we're good to go on this job. I did have a reflection after reading the Stoic reading of the day. So I'll just drop that real quick. Don't get emotional, get focused is a Stoic lesson of the day. And so when reading that this morning, I definitely had a better feeling about this job of just not letting what they're doing and the way that they're speaking to me turn me emotional and just do my job, do my duty, provide the value that I provide, and just get this one done. 1985 Nissan Sentra, aka Old Faithful, blew engine after passing my test within 30 days. Yep, I blew an engine within the first year on my car. The whole no one teaches you in any of the driver's eds club courses to check the oil or change the oil. So, but me, not at national, went to the international. Nice. All right. All right. That's better. Look, I mean, you have to deal with lines, seeing other bald people with beards. Yeah, good. Cool. How you been, man? How's your daughter? How's everything going? When does she start school or start her chain of most absences? International high school. Yeah, I get it. Um, Thanks for stopping by, dude. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? We got, what does that say? I don't know what this shit says. We're good. Bentley got a new swim instructor, a new swim session he started yesterday, and it's actually our good friend Sam. She was the one who, if you guys remember, she was the one painting our house. She's really good friends with Bailey. They were in swim together last year. They became really good friends. And then Sam like kind of intertwined herself into our lives a little too much for Bailey's liking. And so they started to not become friends. And now they are enemies. And now that's Bentley's swim instructor. So it's very interesting to see that go. She's focused on building robots. Oh, nice. Yeah, I had thought about that the other day about building, with all the Claude code and all the coding AI stuff that's going on. I wonder if that is easier in some way, shape, or form. Like my kids have always asked me to help them build Roblox games, and I like the games on Roblox, but there are a lot of them that my kids like and I like, but there's always these weird things where it's like, I wish they would just change this and this and this. So I just wonder how hard or easy it would be to create a game like that. But let me know what she creates. I'll play. Get my kids to play.
Down, do the reading.
I know. I know, Dee Dee. I know. I know. It's taking forever. Where was David? Well, the issue is she's still learning to read. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So there's that little hurdle. Understood. Maybe if she went to school more, she would learn. No, no, not a thought. I gave her a mic. Okay. Gotcha. Understood. Well, today's reading, don't be a minimizer. This is a good one. This is a good one. And the shortcuts for the computer to listen. Okay. Good stuff. And the notepad. Look at this guy. Whew. She's throwing the tech. You got this, girl. Um, don't be a minimizer, right? Don't minimize, elevate. Voice to text. I understand. Yep. We're gonna learn today and this week and all the weeks to elevate our kids. Speak kindly of them. Um, Try not to do those backhanded comments. Try not to cut them. Focus on the positive. Focus on the wins. Focus on the small stuff. Even if they fail the test, we're gonna turn it into, well, you learned what not to do, right, honey? Let's practice more. What can we do? At least you did it. At least you know what it at least you know what it feels like now. She hasn't done it yet. Same with the Roblox game, right? We're learning. We're learning through our mistakes. Scuba's gonna celebrate these small wins. He's given her the tools to build the game, even though she can't read at this moment and is struggling at that point. So we're gonna celebrate that. Every little thing she accomplishes. I'm sure he's gonna come in there and hype her up. Look how cool this part is. Look at what you did here. He's not gonna focus on, wait, why does it look like that? Like, come on, you could have done better. Maybe he does, but try to calm that down. That's basically what we're learning today. Very tough for me as a parent. As we all know, I came from a pretty solidly negative family. Hurting and undercutting and backhanded comments was almost the only way we spoke to each other. And, I think I've told you guys all, early in my relationship with my now wife, there was a family dinner. I don't even think it was Thanksgiving. I think it was just a family dinner. Everybody got together over the table at my mom's house, and it was just cut after cut after cut. It wasn't like yelling, it wasn't screaming, it wasn't like fighting, it wasn't anything crazy, but just the way that we would speak to each other after anyone spoke, the responses, whatever, was just bad. And Amy was at later reflecting on that with me, and she was like, "Your family, like you and your family, like that was weird. You don't talk to me like that. I've never seen you talk to anyone like that before. But man, is your family like pretty bad?" Yeah, the reading's tough because overboard can be detrimental. Oh, you clean your plate after dinner. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking backhanded is similar to a mother who talks in guilt trips. Yeah. Yeah, it's normal. It was normal behavior for me growing up. It was not normal for my wife. So that disconnect has been very different. I'm definitely in our family now. I am more of the negative person for sure, 100%. And she is the positive light. I think it gives a little bit of balance to the kids, so I'm not like 100% opposed to it. But at the same time, I I can see I can see the distance in between me and the girls versus her and the girls. And so I'm trying my hardest to change that behavior and become uh Amy sounds controlling and manipulative. She didn't say it like that. Like, get out of here, dude. This is a solid topic. Yeah. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Greek Mike in the house, everybody. Fresh out of Chicago. How lovely that was. So yeah, I'm working on it. And work in progress for sure. I can see it many times, still tend to lean more towards the negative. Um, and I'm just gonna do my best to like the reading says, celebrate the wins, stop the backhandedness, notice what's right in the situation versus what's wrong in the situation. Maybe when you notice the wrong thing, try to then flip yourself and pick something out that's right about the situation. You need to celebrate those wins with the kiddos, but can't raise a participation trophy, kiddo. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, there's the again the balance. Can't just like be their fan as the month says and nothing else. Of course, right? That's why it's only 1 month. That's why it's not a book called, raising your kids up and they're the most perfect person in the world and never talk badly to them. We just have to find the good ways to do that. Oh, look at this guy. J Rob. Look, I finally, after what feels like months since the 10 box break and in Chicago, To the Moon finally 4 minutes ago posted a recap of every card pulled. Thank you, and bag, because you know it wasn't anyone else in that group. So it took her long enough, but as we know, she has a problem with airplanes. So I'm sure she just finally got home after having to walk from Chicago to Washington, right? It's Washington or is it Oregon? It's Washington, right? So that's going to be cool to look at and see all the cool cards that they pulled because I've been curious. I really have. I only see 5. I thought you guys ripped 10 boxes. Oh, yep, look at that. There's the 5 personal for Mike. That's that's crazy. 10 boxes all in one time. Bunch of fucking animals, these people. That's what happens when I don't go to Chicago. You guys just do big things and have so much fun. So you're welcome. You're welcome, chat. What else? Anything else? Anyone else got any points about these kiddos? We definitely don't want participation kids, right? Well, I think that's probably one of the our generation as parents hardest things to make sure that we are not doing. The world has changed quite a bit since we were kids and since our parents were kids, and that's kind of one of the biggest risks I think we face right now. Remember when Gary gave us a participation trophy for playing TCG though? I mean, he didn't give you an 8th place trophy, but yes, gave you guys all a little memento. Do you still have it? That's up the rainbow card. That was because it was the first one. And I believe you were were asked to learn the game really quick. You were the play testers, so that was more of like a tester payment. What do you want to call that? Yeah. Wow. We got to that one quick. Guys, I'm really trying here to make a little bit of content and post on X. I still, you know, if you guys can help, comment and chat. We don't just all it doesn't all have to be me, MP, and Bukes. All of you guys can help. My Daily Dad's on X. That's where everything is. So if there's anything that you want to further the conversation or be like, good point, um, drop a comment. We try to get some other people in here, try to get some more friends to hang out with us, and try to get some of these 30 viewers across all platforms to say hello, join in the conversation, and hang with us here on Twitch for the live chat where it's just way more fun, right? Right? I remember in swim meets you could come in last and you still got a ribbon. Yep. They don't do that anymore as far as I can tell. They don't seem to give maybe they still do that in the bigger comps. I don't know. Bailey's got a lot of ribbons. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was a quick one. I'm off. I'm gonna get to work. Gonna text my daughter, wish her luck in her driving test, tell her to lock in, not be afraid to, I don't know. I feel like we should warn and prep her that she's most likely going to fail, but then I feel like that just creates more of a path towards that, right? So I think I'm going to try to stay away from that and just wish her luck and success. And we'll see how it ends. I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll talk about it up, down, left, right, and center. And yeah, everybody have a great day and hit me up on X or anywhere else on my cell phone if you have it, and we'll continue this chat. Bye, party people. See you guys later.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.